and I have this secret weapon working for me. And it's not AI. AI is also a secret weapon, but this one is a fully fledged human working for me. Hello everyone, my name is Magda Kufre, I'm a career coach, and I want to welcome you to the second episode of Work Ally Tech Talk, where together with my good friend Piotr Korgól, AI engineer and a VP of engineering at the climate tech startup, we are talking about how you can use AI effectively to support your job search. So Piotr, welcome.
Hello, Magda. Hello, everyone. Good to be here.
Good to be here. Today we are actually recording this episode from my own home, so let's see how that's gonna go. But Piotrek, let's jump straight into what we're gonna talk about today, which is how to create files that will give all the information, background information to AI to make sure that it can help you with that work. Are you ready?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, Piotrek, what I prepared for today are some files that I thought it could be useful to have in that folder that we'll create. And I wanted to run you through that and then ask you if am I doing it right, or maybe, there are some tweaks that I can do. So let's start with a master resume. How I see this document, it is a longer, bigger document that highlights everything that you did in your life or in professional life, and not only that kind of a resume that we will send to anyone. What information would you include in that file specifically?
In the master resume, I would include everything that is related to the job search. So anything that might be beneficial. It should serve as a buffet for the LLM to generate further, cover letters, resumes for specific jobs. So everything should be there. And the best approach is try to say as much as possible about yourself to AI.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what I take from this is that we don't even have to call it a resume. In a way, it's a background document. It can be 5, 10 pages, heavy document with a lot of information. And don't worry, recruiters will never see it. It's just for AI, and it includes all professional experiences you ever had in your life.
Yes.
Including student jobs, for example, including jobs that maybe are not really relevant for those roles that you're considering today. Just put it there, don't worry. It's not that this information needs to be there. I like that metaphor, buffet. In a buffet, you have anything you can wish for. So we're going to have skills, we're going to have certifications, we're going to have education, where you can even talk about what you studied, what grades you got, which universities, exchanges, scholarships, anything. And top skills, technical skills, software you used in the past, you've been using. Anything else? Am I forgetting about anything, Piotrek? Piotrek doesn't know.
No, I think that pretty much sums it up.
Languages
as well, yeah.
Hobbies?
You mentioned that. Hobbies. I was never a fan of putting hobbies in the resume. I guess whatever tickles your fancy.
Advice from a career coach here. If those hobbies show something special about you, for example, you're a marathon runner, that shows a lot of discipline. It shows that you are a very resilient person. If you are able to run that far, that could be useful. Or specifically, if those hobbies somehow are related to professional endeavors. Maybe I have, a side gig, a little e-commerce where I sell my monkey paintings, something like that, right? Those hobbies that can create either a nice small talk, if we're gonna, when we talk to recruiters, but also something that shows certain skills, personality traits that we want to highlight potentially maybe to employers.
Do you think in the modern era with, all the ATS systems and everything, do you think it still matters, or is it only at the stage where you're at an interview?
That's a very good question, and I do think it's mostly for human recruiters, so of course it shouldn't take a lot of space. But interestingly, I heard about research that shows that if you add hobbies which are about health, let's say running, gym, some kayaking, whatever it is, it actually can be beneficial because the recruiter, the employer, wants to know that you're going to be healthy. So you're not going to have a back problem. You're not going to go on sick leave for a long time. In that sense, it can be beneficial. But of course, it's a very, very short statement, especially in that tweaked resume later on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Piotrek, so now I'm going to show you the files I prepared. And I'm going to start with my master resume indeed. Here it is. It looks like this. It is slightly formatted, but actually not a lot. And as you can see, it's a lot of text. Third page coming, fourth page coming, still more. And I actually did not include my hobbies this time. Is this a file good enough? Is this something that I can later show to AI and say, deal with it, help me create tailored resumes?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of information, it looks like it's very robust and there's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's worth considering a different format than doc.
What do you mean by that?
So the LLMs work very well with text, and there's a lot of formatting, fonts and colors and boldness, etc. here in the document, which is not really relevant information if you think about it. So a format that is just pure text would be more suitable, and the LLM can work more efficiently with it. In that case, the most common format used when chatting with LLMs is Markdown, which is a bit different than the doc.
Markdown. Okay, never heard about it. Not a very technical person. How the heck do I create a Markdown document out of this beautiful, beautiful background master resume?
So you can do that very easily if you have this on Google Drive, Google Doc, whatever. There's an option there to just download it in Markdown format. It'll convert automatically to Markdown.
Oh, okay. Show me how I can do it. Just a very quick demo.
Sure. We have the file open and we can click on File, Download, and at the bottom we have the Markdown option.
Okay. So what I take from this is it's better to have Markdown files rather than docs files because they're easier to read, take less tokens, and in this way you're actually making a life of AI easier.
Yes. Okay, so now we have the Markdown file in the folder. We can get rid of your master resume.
Is it much smaller, actually?
It's 23 kilobytes versus 11 kilobytes, so it's like half the size.
Okay, so this is also important piece of
Yes.
information for us. We can always check how big those files are, and then if we change it into Markdown, it should be smaller, therefore better for AI.
Yes, and this is definitely true for PDFs that contain a lot of graphical elements, because these can take up a lot of, especially if there's like photos. Photos don't really matter and with what we're trying to do here. So the text is what we care about. And actually the PDFs are going to be the Markdown versions of the PDFs are going to be much smaller.
Okay, Piotr, it seems like you're reading my mind, and not surprised since we've known each other for so many years, because what I prepared for today are also some PDF files. So let me run you through them and you tell me, is this even relevant information for AI or am I overdoing it? Okay?
Sure.
Okay, let's go to one of the subfolders that I created here, which is called Portfolio and Successes. And as you can see, I saved 3 files here. 2 of them are PDFs, and I'm just going to show you very quickly. This is my profile, so like very, very short kind of a resume, right, with the most relevant experience, and also examples of my work as workshop trainer, developer, designer, and so forth. So as you see, a lot of graphics, images, and so forth, and those examples that I share with consulting firms that sometimes hire me as their subcontractor. Is this useful for AI? Should it even be in this folder, or is this too much?
I think this is useful for AI. The more information about you, the better. The AI doesn't really know you, so we need to feed it a lot of info. So this is actually helpful.
Okay, great. So if you have a portfolio, this is also something super useful to use in your own folder. Just remember to change the file into a Markdown version. You can do it yourself, but I guess AI can do it for you as well, right?
Yes, with PDFs, the situation is a bit different. We want to use the AI to extract the information. That's a better approach.
Okay. Can we do it just in a chat, or do I need to go already into an
you
agent
can
function?
you can do this in a chat as well. Yeah.
Okay. So in a chat, you can put those documents and say, "Hey, create Markdown files out of it," and that's what's going to happen.
Yes, it's going to help. It's going to return a version that you can download within with Markdown.
Okay. Wonderful. So one document, I am going to use it in this example that we're creating here together. But now I wanted to show you very quickly a second one. So this is something a little bit bigger. I think it's like 7 pages again, like a lot of design, a little bit about my profiles. And here are the topics I cover as trainer. Again, this is my offering that I send to corporate clients, events, organizers, and so forth to show them what I could do for them. Some information might be similar to what I showed you in the other file, but it's, phrased differently. It shows like the whole kind of a variety of different training that I can provide for them. Relevant or too much?
I think it's still relevant. It shows, we can safely assume that you've already done some of these, right?
I've done all of them.
Yes, exactly. So that is also professional experience. Again, it ties into what we're trying to do here, which is present you as a person to the AI. So then later we have a buffet of data that we can pick and choose from, or the LLM can pick and choose from.
Okay. So one thing to remember, the more information, the better. You are creating a buffet. Any portfolios, maybe it could be even a PDF download of your website, or anything that talks about your professional experience. It's good as long as later on you change it to those light Markdown files.
Yes, definitely.
I nailed it. Amazing.
You nailed it.
Yes.
Good job.
Good job. Makes me very, very proud and happy. Piotrek, so I wanted to show you another file, and that is a recommendation, suggestion I always give to my clients, which is to create their success stories inventory. And this is my own example, and of course it doesn't have to be an Excel file, but as you can see, it shows a little bit of what I did in different organizations, what were the skills or the group of skills, and examples. Those examples are successes from the past. What I did, with whom I worked, quantifiers, right, numbers, and so forth. And you see it goes and goes and goes. And again, I ask my clients to use it, first of all, to build their confidence so they can actually remember about those amazing things they achieved in the past, but also to prepare, for example, for interviews where you need to have those stories, present them. And also this can feed, for example, for their cover letters and, of course, successes in their resume. Useful or not useful?
Yeah, definitely useful. Again, this is real world experience, your achievements pretty much. And this can definitely be leveraged by the AI to create a more precise cover letter and resume for a given job description.
Okay. So if you do not have a portfolio, if you do not have your website, if you don't have a file with services that you can offer, don't worry. What you need to have, no matter what you do, is that kind of a success stories repository that you can feed AI with, and of course also for yourself to later prepare for interviews.
Yes.
MD
definitely.
file.
MD file recommended.
Now let me show you the last folder, subfolder I created in my job search folder. So let me go there again. And here we are. These are the examples of my old cover letters. As you see, PDF, docs, I know this is going to be Markdown, but I just wanted to tell you that those letters are very old. One of them, it's from 2020, the other one from 2022, 4 years ago. Of course, things have changed a lot, But I thought it could be useful for AI to know how I write. My writing style, the words I usually use, the energy, and so forth. Good idea, or could we do it better?
I think it's a good idea. Yeah, definitely. And training the AI to write just like you write, it's useful and helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And feeding it your previous cover letters will prepare it for any future documents to generate.
Mm-hmm. Piotr, this is interesting because I heard somewhere, and I don't know if this is true or an urban myth, or maybe AI is now more advanced and it's not relevant anymore. But someone once told me that the best way to do it is to actually ask AI, give it those examples of your cover letters, and ask it to create a little report or a summary of analysis of your writing style based on those examples, so that later you can feed AI with that report to create new cover letters. Does it even make sense today?
It does make sense, and it actually is a good approach. You can be very specific and tell it that you're going to use it in the future with an AI agent or a chat to actually generate writing in your style,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll help you analyze your style based on the existing cover letters.
Okay. And I assume it should just be cover letters. It shouldn't be my general writing style, let's say blog posts or social media or my journal or anything like that.
Yeah, definitely. It should. You have to think about what you're going to use it for in the future.
Mm-hmm.
If you want something that will write a blog post for you, and then it's best to serve it blog posts.
Mm-hmm.
Versus here, we're talking about a cover letter. You're applying for a job. That's the best approach. Feed it
So
cover letters.
stick to cover letters
Yeah.
that you wrote yourself in the times where AI was not writing everything for everyone.
Yeah, when it didn't exist.
When it
pretty
didn't
much.
exist, indeed. Piotr, could you show us how we can prepare this kind of a short report, maybe a prompt, like how to prepare it based on the cover letters that we already have?
Yes, definitely. We can do that.
Okay, great. I love that. Secret weapon. Look at that. I'm sitting here having my water, just water, but that's fine. And I have this secret weapon working for me. And it's not AI. AI is also a secret weapon, but this one is a fully fledged human working for me.
We have a new chat window with Claude Desktop.
Mm-hmm. Important thing, just to highlight from the episode we had previously, when you have Claude, you paid for a subscription, remember to download a desktop version because it allows you to use more functionalities.
Yes, definitely. Okay. So we go into the folder where we have the old cover letters. We select all 3 files. While it's uploading, we pre-prepared a prompt for this. So we have read the attached files and analyze the writing style. Prepare a summary that I will use later as prompt to write future cover letters in that style. Provide it as a markdown file that I can download.
Is this enough? It shouldn't be a bigger prompt, like explain exactly the words I'm using, syntax, typical phrases. No, it will know.
It will know because we're providing it with the context constraints and what we're going to do with this later. So it knows that, okay, if you use this in the future to write in your style, that means I need to describe these aspects of the writing style.
I see. Okay. We will share this prompt with you. It's a basic prompt, but you're going to have it. So have a look in the comments. That's where you can find the way to get to the prompt. And now let's see if Claude is working with us tonight and if it's also ready to create that Markdown file.
Okay, so we have the analysis complete and we have a file here that we can just download as MD. And we're going to put this in the same folder as the other files. And we also we changed using the LLM, the other PDF files.
Using the chat for non-technical people.
Yes. We used the chat function to provide us with a markdown version of these files. Now we
Of
have
the portfolio, the offering, the success stories.
Yes, we can
Okay.
show everything.
So, Piotrek, is this the final recommended structure and content of a folder that you would prepare to work with AI for job applications?
I mean, it's not set in stone.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever works for you is the best way. What I would love to do is actually have the most important files at the top, and then I will go with subfolders for individual job descriptions in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, this is good enough.
Okay, so this is the first simple structure. If you are starting your job search with AI and you want to make it faster, more efficient, create something like that. Your master resume, very long file with everything, description of your writing style based on those cover letters from the past and examples of your success stories, portfolio, website, whatever there is, everything Markdown, files. And importantly, that's what I learned from Piotrek, you want to have that folder on your local drive, on your computer, not in the cloud, not on Google Drive, because unfortunately with cloud, it's not so easy to work with it later. Local folder and a local drive with those files and you're good.
I mean, you can work with Claude on Google Drive as well. That is going to work. It is possible.
It's not.
What do you mean?
I tried.
Oh, what did you do?
I did try, and I actually did ask AI, Gemini, and also Claude and so on. And it turns out that yes, Claude can read the files if I connect my Google Drive, but
Yes.
it cannot change it. It cannot create new files or add things. It can only read.
That's a permissions issue. It's probably a configuration. It's misconfigured for you.
Okay.
It should be able to create new files. It should be able to even create a copy of an existing file and provide changes if you want, right?
Okay.
That would be probably also the preferred way to work with
Indeed.
Claude.
100%.
You don't want to make modifications in place. Rather, create a copy and then make changes.
Okay. So what you're saying is it's fine to have that on Google Drive, which would make me a very happy person because I hate having files all over the place.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. That is also an option.
Okay. We will test it and we'll let you know in the next episode. But wherever you're gonna keep those files, of course, you can always download them from the Google Drive. That's where we're starting today. The most important thing for you is to remember that you don't really have to have a lot of files, but those that you have there, they need to be complete and giving all the information that is useful. Okay. Piotrek, thank you so much for that. This is the very first step that we covered today, how to prepare your files. In the next episode, we will be talking about something that I guess is very interesting for you, which is how can we semi-automate those applications based on job offers you're interested in to make the process faster. So stay tuned and we're going to see you 2 weeks from now talking about semi-automation of your application process based on those amazing files that you created. Piotrek, any last word of wisdom before we say goodbye for today?
No additional words of wisdom. I think this is a very solid foundation for the job search process, and it's really good to do this. And extracting the style of writing, that's going to be very helpful, and it can be reused across different use cases, not only cover letters.
Okay, I can't wait to see how we can reuse it, what use cases we can actually, play with using those files. Thank you for today and see you in 2 weeks.
See you.